University's television, AAU TV. I just want to say that without the media, you won't know what's going on in the world. Even with the media, you sometimes don't know what's going on in the world. So you need to tune in to the reliable sources who are really on the front lines, who can give you the information you need and give you facts, not conjecture, give you real news, not fake news. And this is the place to find it, AAU TV.
The voice of higher education in Africa.
It's 12 o'clock GMT on AAU TV, and this is the AAU TV Mid-Week News. And in our top stories for today, Salt University launches African Diplomacy and Business Dialogue. In our health, Nigeria records surge in tobacco-related deaths. In business, African startups secure over $180 million in funding set. In our international front, 4 fishermen die after consuming unknown liquid at the sea. Please stay with us for more news on the AAU TV Midweek News. We will be right back. My name is Jemima, Deladem Dotsey. Now to the news in detail. While many universities in Europe and the United States have decided to cut ties with Israeli universities in protest of the ongoing war in Gaza, Moroccan universities have agreement with Hebrew universities remain silent. This has led hundreds of students and graduates from Mohammed VI Polytechnic universities in Ben Guri, Morocco, to sign a petition calling for an end in partnership agreement with Israeli universities and institutes.
A total of 1,256 individuals signed the petition on Wednesday, urging the university administration to break off ties with 8 Israeli institutions, citing accusations of war crimes and genocide against the Palestinian people. The petitioners expressed their disapproval of the university's ongoing collaboration with Israeli entities. During a meeting with a university representative, they were informed that the institution would not cut ties with its Israeli partners. The university has been active in forming these partnerships and hosting high-level Israeli delegations. The statement from the signatories criticized the creation of a high-ranking position specifically for managing Israeli partnerships, calling it an act of provocation. The partnerships involve prominent Israeli institutions such as Bar-Ilan University, Ben-Gurion University, Tel Aviv University, and others, encompassing nearly all major universities in Israel. Morocco was the 4th Arab nation to normalize relations with Israel in 2020, following the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, and Sudan. Despite the diplomatic ties, the students and graduates of Mohammed IV Polytechnic University are urging their administration to reconsider their academic partnerships in light of the ongoing conflict with the Palestinian people.
In a historic event, Salt University College UC, alongside its partners and affiliated institutes, launched the inaugural African Diplomacy and Business Dialogue, AFDIB, at the Association of African Universities AAU Auditorium on June 23, 2024. The dialogue set to focus on harmonizing African diplomacy for the success of AFTA, will convene at the Accra International Conference Center on May 14, 2025. This significant event aims to unite past and present African diplomats, industry leaders, business communities, and scholar practitioners in discussions on the essential role of diplomacy in fostering trade integration across the continent. During the launch, Ambassador Dr. Kojo Alabo, President of Salt University College, delivered an address outlining the vision, aims and objectives of the dialogue.
The significance of this African diplomacy and business dialogue can therefore not be overstated. It represents a platform where African diplomats, business leaders, and academia converge to exchange ideas, share best practices, and chart an innovative course towards a more integrated, prosperous and inclusive Africa.
In addition, Mr. Silva Ajako, Chief of Staff of the AFTA Secretariat, shared some response from partner institutions and a solidarity message.
This dialogue is extremely important. It will be really groundbreaking for the implementation of the AFCFTA, that the African diplomats together dialogue on a very, very important subject that needs to drive growth. It is meant to bring all the capitals of Africa together so that we can begin to talk or we speak about how we need to implement the AFCFTA, including supportive measures for the implementation of the AFCFTA, energy networks, infrastructure networks, and so on.
The event was attended by several distinguished guests, including Mr. Ernest Amoabeng Oteng, Media Coordinator, Mr. Peter Joy Sawonu, Senior Advisor to the Secretary General of AFTA, Ambassador Elizabeth Ejay, among many others. In an interview with Mr. Ernest Amoabeng Oteng, he highlighted the objectives of the event with its long and short-term goals, sponsors and packages.
The event will be bringing together diplomats from all over Africa and in the diaspora as well. It's also be bringing together business people from Africa and the diaspora as well. We plan to have some sightseeing events as part of the dialogue, and then also there's going to be side exhibitions, and then we are also planning to have a dinner dance where there will be informal interactions among the participants. So we have a lot of goodies in stock for the participants.
The AFDIP initiative, which promises to be a cornerstone in the ongoing effort, seeks to enhance African trade and diplomatic relations through collaborative dialogue and strategic partnerships. In health, the Nigerian Tobacco Control Alliance (NTCA) has raised concerns over the non-compliance of tobacco companies with graphic health warnings on their product. This comes after the NTCA recorded an alarming rate of tobacco-related death in Nigeria, with 28,000 Nigerians dying annually due to tobacco use.
During a press conference in Abuja, NTCA Chairman Mr. Akinbode Oluwafemi warned that if current trends persist, the number of tobacco-related deaths will significantly increase. He emphasized the critical role of graphic health warnings (GHWs) in curbing tobacco use and highlighted the rising popularity of shisha and new tobacco products among Nigerian youths. Oluwafemi stressed the importance of strict compliance with the National Tobacco Control Act 2015, especially concerning shisha and vapes. While compliance with health warnings on conventional cigarettes exceeds 80%, he pointed out that it remains very low for other tobacco products, which are still being illegally marketed. The NTCA chairman criticized the tobacco industry for attempting to undermine regulations by delaying compliance, recognizing that graphic health warnings are effective in reducing smoking initiations and encouraging cessation. He noted that it has been a year since the warnings were implemented. The continuous monitoring has shown insufficient adherence for products like shisha and flavored vapes. Oluwafemi concluded by urging the Standards Organization of Nigeria, the Nigerian Police Force, and Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, the Federal Ministry of Health, and other regulatory agencies to enforce graphic health warnings on all tobacco products to safeguard public health. He emphasized that comprehensive enforcement is crucial to reducing tobacco consumptions and its associated health risk in Nigeria.
Up next, butterflies take center stage in Italian forest exhibit. So stay tuned for details of this news after the break.
Are you a university, college, high school, private organization, NGO, individual professor, instructor or facilitator seeking to take advantage of the numerous benefits of online education? Look no further. The AAU eLearn Africa LMS is a great opportunity to begin your journey to online course development and creation for teaching, learning and training purposes. AAU eLearn Africa LMS, which is a partnership between the Association of African Universities and eLearn Africa, has made available ease to use online learning tools to all stakeholders within the educational ecosystem of the African continent. This is to enhance teaching and learning in the bid to expand online learning opportunities for students in Africa. The online platform is open and available for free to all stakeholders and facilitates virtual access to classes without needing the other tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, among others. For more information, visit www.elearnafricalms.com or contact us via aaulms@aau.org or estherm@elearnafrica.com. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook at AAU eLearn Africa LMS.
Welcome back from the break into our discovery story. 600 square meter forest in Italy, butterflies are the focus of a unique ecological project. Various species and colors of these critical pollinators can be seen fluttering freely, while butterfly pupae are suspended in a structure as they go into adult insects inside the greenhouse of the Museo delle Scienze, a science museum in Trento, Italy.
The ecosystem within the greenhouse is carefully modeled after part of a mountain range and rainforest area in south-central Tanzania. This design aims to replicate the natural habitat of many butterfly species and highlight their importance in the ecosystem. Lisa Angelini, the director of Moose Greenhouse, explained the context of the Butterfly Forest project. According to her, the Butterfly Forest project is contextualized in the Moose Tropical Greenhouse, which is strongly focused on the Tanzanian environment of the Uzungwa Mountains. This focus is due to the museum's Ecological Monitoring Center in Tanzania, located in that national park. Moose involvement in Tanzania began in 2006 through a partnership with the Tanzania National Parks. The Uzungwa Ecological Monitoring Center was established to aid in ecological monitoring and biodiversity research, as well as to develop environmental education programs for schools. The collaboration with Tanzania National Parks has allowed Moose to support the park's ecological efforts and promote awareness about the importance of biodiversity. Through this project, the museum aims to educate visitors on the crucial role butterflies play in pollination and the broader ecosystem.
In our sports story, Landry Nguemo, a 38-year-old former Cameroonian international footballer, tragically passed away on Thursday in a road accident near Yaoundé. Nguemo, known for his contributions to the national team, scored 3 goals in 42 appearances for the Indomitable Lions before retiring from professional football in 2020.
The fatal accident occurred a few kilometers from Yaoundé when the vehicle, driven by Nguemo's chauffeur, collided into a sand track. Both Nguemo and his chauffeur were pronounced dead at the scene, marking a heartbreaking end to the life of the celebrated footballer. Samuel Eto'o, the president of the Cameroonian Football Federation and Nguemo's former teammate, expressed his deep sorrow on social media, mourning the loss of his friend and colleague. The football community has also been shaken by the news, with heartfelt condolences pouring from the clubs and fans alike. During his illustrious career, Nguemo played for several prominent clubs, including French sides Saint-Etienne and Bordeaux. Both clubs have extended their deepest condolences to Nguemo's family and fans, honoring his contributions to the sports and their teams. Nguemo's professional journey began at Nancy-Lorraine in France, where he signed his first contract at the age of 19. He later showcased his talent at Girondins de Bordeaux and at Saint-Etienne before moving to the Turkish and Norwegian leagues. After retiring, he returned to Nancy to mentor young players as a youth coach, leaving a legacy in the football world.
In entertainment, Nigerian hip-hop icon Olamide has announced his latest project, an EP track titled Ikigai. Known for captivating audience for over a decade, Olamide continues to solidify his status as one of Nigeria's greatest modern artists. In June 26, 2024, he took to social media to share the news just hours after a surprise performance at Davido and Showme's wedding.
The announcement came on June 26, 2024, when Olamide, also known as Bado, took to social media to share the news. These revelations follow his surprise performance at Davido and Showme's wedding, adding to the excitement surrounding the project. Prior to the official announcement, Olamide teased a snippet on Hello Abibi on his Instagram story, which is now revealed to be the 5th track on the EP. This surprise release is especially thrilling for fans, as Olamide had previously suggested on his X, formerly Twitter account, in 2023 that his last album, Unruly, might be his final project. Olamide's consistency in delivering his songs continued to impress. His last projects included popular tracks such as Trumpets featuring CK, New Religion featuring Asake, and Ginger. Fans, known as the YBNL Mafias, are eagerly anticipating Ikigai and the exciting YBNL reunion it promises. With each new release, Olamide's legacy in Nigerian music grows stronger. The anticipation for Ikigai highlights his enduring impact on the industry and the unwavering support of his fans.
A job in higher education institution on the African continent? There is no need to go looking. The Africa Education Jobs Board will deliver available jobs to you via our platform. To start your search, visit our website. On our website, you will find variety of job postings classified by the sectors and professions they belong to. There are sections devoted to variety of career-related materials, as well as information on African countries. All information you require based on the job description and requirements are accessible on the site. If you are looking for a job in higher education on the continent, use our dedicated portal www.africa.edujobs.com. For job market updates, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AF Jobs Board.
Explore a whole new world of exciting visuals with AAU TV. Get ready for a mix of interesting talk shows, interviews,
May saw a substantial funding boost for Africa sectors with an impressive $187 million raised, indicating a positive trend for the continent's venture capital VC landscape. This marks a significant recovery from previous months, showcasing a strong 149% increase compared to the $75 million raised in April, according to data from Africa, the big deal.
The funding surge benefited 64 ventures, each receiving at least $100,000, a notable rise from the monthly average of 38 ventures between January and April. Of these, 17 ventures managed to raise at least $1 million. The overall funding figures was influenced by the announcement of 40 grants of around $100,000 each, including 12 from C-Hub and 12 from I-Hub as part of the MasterCard Foundation EdTech Fellowship. The total funds were divided into 4% in grants, 31% in equity, and a significant 65% in debt, amounting to $122 million. Notable debt financing included $51 million for M-Kopa and $50 million for Spyro. Additionally, May witnessed three major exits: Lesake's acquisition of Adumo for $85 million, Basbat's acquisition for Vitality in South Africa, and the acquisition of Brass by Paystack and Friends. These exits highlight the growing maturity and appeal of African startups to global investors and larger corporations. With $187 million of fresh funding announced by startups in Africa, May 2024 marked a serious rebound compared to was $75 million in April, making it the second highest month in terms of fundraising in the past 6 months period. Despite the impressive figures, the total announced funding for 2024, including exits, stands at $729 million, lagging previous years $1.7 billion in January to May 2023, $2.7 billion in 2022, and $1.1 billion in 2021. However, the number of ventures raising at least $1 million in 2024 remains strong, with 90 such ventures so far, closely matching 95 in January to May 2023 and 91 in the same period in 2021. There is also a significant shift towards climate-related ventures, which received 44% of the funding in 2024, up from 19% in the same period in 2021. This shift reflects increasing investors' interest in sustainable and environmentally focused projects across the continent, potentially positioning Africa as a key player in the global green economy.
In our international front, tragedy struck off the coast of Sri Lanka as 4 fishermen lost their lives and 2 others remain critically ill after consuming an unidentified liquid of bottles they found at sea.
The incident occurred approximately 360 nautical miles from Tangau, a southern coastal town, while the fishermen were on their routine trip. They mistakenly believed the bottles contained alcohol. The incident occurred approximately 360 nautical miles from Tangau, a southern coastal town, while the fishermen were on their routine trip. They mistakenly believed the bottles contained alcohol, according to local media reports. The Sri Lankan Navy disclosed that the fishermen drank from the bottles under the assumption that they contained alcohol. Director General of the Department of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, Suntha Kahawat, informed several media outlets that the Navy was working to bring the affected men back to shore while providing medical attention on the vessel. Mr. Kahawat stated that there was significant concern about the time required to return the men to land for proper treatment, Efforts are also being made to notify other fishing crew in the area who might have received similar bottles from the ill-fated vessel. The fishing vessel, named the Devon, is being towed back to shore by another ship. This incident, which has led to protests in Tangal, has prompted an investigation into the content of the bottles. The BBC has reached out to Mr. Kahawat and the Sri Lankan Navy for further confirmation and comments.
AAU TV Midweek News will take a quick recap of our top stories. In higher education, Salt University launches African Diplomacy and Business Dialogue. In health, Nigeria records surge in tobacco-related death. In business, African setups secure over $180 million in funding surge. And in our international front, 4 fishermen die after consuming unknown liquid at sea. Now, thanks for sticking with us on the AAU TV Midweek News, and you can also get interactive with us on our various social media handles, Association of African Universities, on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Jemima Deladem. Have a nice day.